In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to work over a painting that is not working and how you can use that as a place to experiment and loosen yourself up with new abstract painting techniques. My name is Andrea Shermansky and I teach online abstract painting classes and teach in-person retreats and classes in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I've been painting abstractly for 30 years, and one of the questions my students have is, how do I start an abstract? How do I loosen up? These are really big questions for people. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to loosen up and how to paint freely. I'm using paint left over my palette from a previous painting. I had a whole lot of paint left, and instead of wasting it or saving it, what I like to do is just work over an old piece and be a little bit more bold and have a little bit more fun, do something different so that I can try out new techniques. And this freedom and this looseness helps me to expand my repertoire and my toolbox as an abstract painter. So let's jump into the lesson. I'm going to show you how to renew an old painting that's just not working and how to not waste paint. So this is paint that's left over from a painting session that I just did, and I love the colors and I love the palette, and I think it could work well in this painting. And so instead of wasting this paint, I'm going to use it up on this painting because I'm not attached to this painting. So this is a good place to practice some new techniques, to loosen up a little bit. Try perhaps a new color scheme. And try to make something that's a little bit more free and loose, unlike what I have here, which, I mean, it is pretty loose. I'm going to hold. It's good to hold your brush on this end like I am here. Keeps you looser. And notice that I'm just trying to do some contrasting lines. So I did a more solid shape at first, and then I did some horizontal lines. Now I'm doing a thick, more solid vertical line. Now I'm doing a thinner, lighter vertical line. So I'm just experimenting and using some contrasts here. I'm letting the colors blend a little bit. And again, we're just playing. You're just going for it. You're not overthinking when you're going over an old painting. You're letting yourself be as free as possible. And the thing is, you can always let it dry, right? And overwork it again. So here, this is called scumbling, and it works really well when you have texture under your painting. And so you can see what it does is it sort of hits the high points of the texture. Now I am blending it in here, so you're losing that effect a little bit. But scumbling is a great way to just pull the paint across your canvas and hit those high points. I also love using my fingers sometimes because you get different marks when you're using your fingers, and it just sort of loosens you up and keeps you from being too stale. I just want to jump in here real quick and say, if you're enjoying this lesson, you might want to grab my free ebook, Bridging Realism to Abstraction. It gives you 5 powerful exercises and shows you step by step how to move from representational painting to pure abstraction. Just check out below in the description box and you will see a link to that guide. So now I'm finding that I want a contrasting color, and so I'm trying out this kind of neutral peachy brown color just as a contrast, and I'm really enjoying how that looks against the purple. And again, using the scumbling and also adding in some of the white right in is creating a really nice highlight and creating a nice contrast between that color and the other colors. I'm also really enjoying how there's a sense of those white lines, and they're almost curved a little bit. And then again, letting these colors blend a wee bit with my fingers. And now I'm finding that I just need like a bright pop, just like a nice area that really stands out and makes this piece really bold. And so I'm just throwing the white paint right on there, getting my big palette knife and slowly scraping it through. And then look how beautiful that looks. Kind of like it blends right on the canvas instead of blending it out ahead of time. And then finally, this cadmium orange is going to provide a nice warm contrast and pop that gives us a little bit finer details
and just creates that wow factor in the painting.
I'm going to stop there because I don't want to overwork it. It's very easy to overwork something and then ruin it. I think there's a freshness to this. I don't know if it's totally done. There's some colors I'm not loving, but I think it's nice and fresh, and we've successfully used most of the paint. I'm not going to worry about the little amount that's left. So there we go. I also hope that this helped you understand how we can really easily approach an abstract painting. This painting, after all, is a bunch of vertical lines. And just notice that the width of the lines are different. We have some different effects with scumbling, with dry brush, using my fingers, that give it a lot more what I call compelling details. So you can start with the vertical lines or whatever it might be, whatever design you want to do, but then it's what you do with that design. It's what techniques do you bring into your painting. So what I did here is something really different for me. It's not my usual style, but I enjoyed sort of playing around using my fingers to make some marks down here. I also really enjoyed these colors together, and so this might be a future palette that I might do. And so this painting is not totally finished, but it allowed me to just use up my paint, try some new techniques, and maybe get a good painting out of it. You know, in the end, this is not a totally finished piece to me. It's very different than my usual style, but I really enjoyed playing with some different techniques and also trying out a color scheme that I really enjoy and that I'll want to use for perhaps my next painting. So I hope this was really valuable to you, and if it was, please subscribe and hit the like button because it really does help get this video out to more people. Finally, I want to ask you a question. What do you do when you have a ton of paint left over? Do you just throw it away? Do you wrap it up? Or do you make monotypes or create other paintings? Now, if you want to learn how to use your leftover paint on your palette in a different way, I have a video about how to make monotypes from leftover palette paint, so you can check that out in the description box below, and also have it linked up here.
And I hope you give this lesson a try, and I can't wait to hear about your results. Have a great day.